Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Today is Sunday, March 30th, 2025. Back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And it is a stormy, dreary, gloomy day here in my hometown. I just left my new place, heading to the gym. I slept in all day. I'm basically just waking up, right? And I don't know if y'all remember, I told y'all I battle depression. So that's what I've been dealing with over this past weekend. Even though things are going okay, I still sometimes am overwhelmed with depression. And it's not the chemical imbalance type of depression. It's me thinking too much depression. It's me observing, dealing with not just my issues, but looking at what's going on around me and everybody else. And it causes me to feel depressed sometimes, right? I know how to snap out of it. Big boy, don't worry about it. I know. I've been dealing with this for a long time. I know I think too much. I overanalyze. But at the same time, that's what makes me good at this right here. And knowing what I'm talking about because I observe and analyze and pay attention so much to everything. So, first, before I go into this topic, I told y'all I was going to do a barbershop episode, right? Do a different segment called Barbershop Talk, where me and a group of the guys from the barbershop that I go to, I'm going to sit around and talk about real life topics in the barbershop. Just, what goes on, what we talk about when we're at the barbershop, a gathering place for men for centuries, decades rather, where men like to go, not just to get a haircut, but just to talk and be amongst other men and just talk about different subjects, right? So I recorded that yesterday, uploaded it, and for some reason YouTube decided we need to flag this one. So now I got that in review, so I can't upload it yet. But I'm gonna upload it whether they say I can't get paid for it or not. I'm waiting for their response. And all we're talking about is real life subjects, which YouTube don't like. I even have a Democrat on there debating why he's a Democrat, a black Democrat, discussing why he vote Democrat. So we finally got a Democrat to open up on the channel. We never can find one to actually come on and talk when I'm on live or what have you, but now we got one. So all that's on Barbershop Talk whenever I can upload it, today or tomorrow, whenever. So I'm waiting on YouTube response. They flagged it for some reason. Yep, you know how that goes. Now on to the topic of this video. It is March 30th, 2025. Tuesday will be April 1st. 4 months already into the new year. And we were just saying Merry Christmas. I was just telling y'all how Christmas is my favorite time of the year. Don't it seem like it was just yesterday? Do y'all remember me telling y'all this is my favorite time of the year, Christmas? I love Christmas. Me playing Christmas music on the live and all. It was just like it was just yesterday. And Tuesday's April the 1st. Something going on, and we've noticed that. I'm quite sure we noticed that. I'm going to tell you something else I noticed. I'm seeing young people, 30, 25, 30, 35. I saw a friend of mine the other day. He's 40. That I grew up with, the younger brother of one of my friends that I grew up with, had a stroke. He had it 5 years ago. I hadn't seen him in years. So he had the stroke when he was 35, because he's 40 now. When I said, what the hell? Because he had, had a stroke. We got more and more younger and younger people coming down with what we call old folks diseases, old folks sicknesses. We got younger and younger people. I have an ex-girlfriend of mine whose brother died of colon cancer at 35. He's not old enough to even get the exam. They won't even give you the exam unless you're paying for it out your pocket. That's thousands. The insurance won't even cover a 35-year-old prostate and colon exams. Insurance won't even cover that for a 30-some-year-old. But yet, my ex-girlfriend of mine, her brother died at 35 of colon cancer. Younger and younger people are checking out of here with what we call old folks diseases. And we call it old folks diseases because at one time that's the only people that would have these illnesses. These were illnesses that you can only expect to get when you got old. So when you were young, that's why a lot of times they say young people feel invincible. Because once upon a time when you were young, you didn't have to worry about certain sicknesses and illnesses and afflictions. You knew you had time before you had to worry about that type of stuff. High blood pressure, diabetes, bad kidneys, bad heart, strokes, aneurysms, prostate cancer, colon cancer. Heart attacks, high cholesterol. These were all considered in our time, when I was growing up, as stuff old folks get. But now, babies, teenagers, 20s, 30s are dying or coming down with being afflicted by old folks diseases. Why is that? Is it a coincidence? Why is it that our healthcare system, science, and everything is more advanced now than it has ever been throughout history, supposedly? But yet, we have younger people dying of old folks' diseases more than when we didn't have the technology that we have now. Why is it that we're more technologically advanced? Science, medicine, we got all types of drugs to treat all types of things. They got medication that's supposed to make your wood bigger, make it harder, make your hair grow, whatever. We got something for something. But yet, we have a cure for nothing. And we have all types of sicknesses and afflictions that nobody's safe from, no matter what your age. You being young is not a safety net no more. Being young nowadays is being old. Especially if you black. If you're a young black man, a young black boy, 15 years old, whatever age, you old at 30 now. You're doing good, especially if you live in the inner city, Chicago, places like that. You make it to 30, you're an old man. My theory, this is just my theory, I can't prove it. I believe there's somebody, some human being somewhere who think that they are gods. Some human beings somewhere who feel like they have the authority to determine how many people need to be on this earth, who needs to live and who don't. They've taken the place of God in their mind, determining we need this amount of people. And we've heard it said before. We need to get rid of, if y'all haven't heard, do some research. I'm not going to expose everything and they get rid of me. They're already on my ass. But there are some people on our planet, human beings, at least they look like humans. They might be something else, I don't know. They look like humans that have determined that we need to decrease the population. Allegedly. YouTube, which all BS, have allegedly declared and decided we got too many people on the earth and we need to thin it out. And this is how we're going to do it. Hence, young men with colon cancer. Young men, young women with high blood pressure, diabetes, strokes, you name it. And you call yourself saying, you know what, because you probably noticed it too. You notice the health crisis that we got going on, the people dying younger and younger from health issues. And you say, you know what, I'm going to take better care of my health like me right now. I'm going to the gym when I finish this video. And you're going to stay up on your health. I'm going to eat better. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to do this. I'm going to drink more water. I'm going to eat more fruits and vegetables. That's what you think you're going to do to combat what everybody else is afflicted with. But here's the problem. You eating their food. You drinking their water. You breathing their air. And what I mean by their is they've done something to it. The air we're breathing is not safe. The water we're drinking is not safe. The fruits and vegetables we're eating is not safe. Eating these fruits and vegetables nowadays, you might as well eat your Big Mac. You might as well go and enjoy your Whopper with cheese, light lettuce, extra mayo, like I like mine. You might as well. You think you doing something, don't you? Eating your bananas. I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat meat. That's what you're telling everybody. Thinking you finna live a long, healthy life and get old and still be able to move around. I'm a vegetarian. I'm a this. I'm a sectarian. I'm a ectarian. I'm whatever. I don't eat meat like the rest of y'all. I'm gonna live. That's what you think. Not knowing that they done poisoned that. Allegedly. It's poison. Them carrots you eating, that tofu you eating, them sticks you eating, that celery, that broccoli, and whatever else you eating that tastes like crap, but you thinking you finna be healthy, so you sacrificing your taste buds for your health. And you figuring, hey, I'll do without taste for something that's gonna help me. So I'm gonna eat this old nasty, bland food that don't nobody like, but it's good for me. That's what you think you doing. You got one up on everybody else, us meat eaters, us processed food eaters, us Waffle House, patty melt plate, scattered covered chunk eaters. You can eat fruits and vegetables and drink plenty of water. And you breathing the poison. Every time you say, You taking in death. You taking in poison, allegedly. So while you eating your carrots, and you just, and your oranges and your apples and your tomatoes and your potatoes and your greens and your beans, you name it. And while I'm over here eating my Whopper with cheese, light lettuce, extra mayo, with a large onion ring, and a large strawberry shake with no whipped cream on it. While I'm eating that over here, even though I'm supposed to be in shape with it, I know I got a little pudge right here because of that. But as far as health-wise, you over there eating them carrots, you ain't no healthier than me. Because every time you done took in some poison, allegedly. It ain't a damn thing you can do about it. You can't go buy your own air. Every time you take a bite out of that carrot, out of that celery stick, that rice cake, and all that healthy food you eat, every time you bite it, you done bit into some Monsanto. You done bit into some GMO. You want to know why I battle depression? Not because I'm crazy. Not because I'm chemically imbalanced. But because I know this. Everything I'm telling you, I know. And a lot of y'all don't. See, somebody just been exercising their ass off, riding their bike, cardio, eating right, doing everything they're supposed to do, not sleeping around. As a matter of fact, you might be abstinent. Doing everything you're supposed to do. And all of a sudden you had a stomach ache that wouldn't go away. Out of nowhere. You can't figure it out. I eat healthy, I do everything I'm supposed to do. Not sleeping around. I love the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. You're doing all that. And you get a stomach ache that won't go away. Go to the doctor. You have stage 4 pancreatic cancer. You have stage 4 stomach cancer. You have stage 4 blah, 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 blah. You name it. Fill in the blank. Because somebody dealing with this right now. And you thought you was doing everything you're supposed to do. And there the Big Mac eating, Waffle House scattered covered chunk, patty milk plate eating. Dude over there with the big belly, he's still kicking. And you've been eating tofu. And you got all this cancer in your body. And you can't figure out to save your life. Well, I'm telling you what it is. They trying to off us, ladies and gentlemen. Allegedly, there's a plan in place, there's a process in place to decrease us. Allegedly, ladies and gentlemen. You want to know why I'm depressed? When you know stuff like that, that'll keep anybody depressed. And allegedly, that's what's going on with us. They're trying to get some of us out of here. Because they have determined and deemed that we don't need to be here. It's too many of us. God no longer determines who need to be here. They do. Whoever they are. You know, the they, that everybody talk about they. Everybody on medication. You got to take this for that. You got to take that for this. You got to take this to conquer that medicine. You watch the commercial for the medicine that you need for your ailment. And the side effect from the medication is worse than the symptoms of what you're dealing with from your illness. So now you got to take another medication to deal with the side effect from this medication. Oh yeah, I'm depressed. What else can I say? But get it, got it, good. Bye.